Welcome to today's English practice. In this video, you will follow the story of one person's simple day. This story will help you practice listening and fluency. Listen carefully, repeat the sentences aloud, and use them in your own life. This is not just listening practice. This is speaking practice too. When you hear each sentence, pause the video and repeat it out loud. Say it slowly. Say it clearly. Feel the words in your mouth. This technique is called shadowing, and it will make your English sound more natural. Every sentence in this story is useful. You can use these phrases when you talk about your own day. You can use them with friends, with colleagues, or when you practice alone. The vocabulary is simple, but powerful. These are the words and phrases that English speakers use every single day. Are you ready? Let's begin this journey through a typical day. I wake up at 7 o'clock. I feel a little tired, but I am ready to start my day. The sun is coming through my bedroom window. I stretch my arms and take a deep breath. I get out of bed slowly. My feet touch the cold floor. I go to the bathroom. I brush my teeth slowly and carefully. I use a soft toothbrush and mint toothpaste. I wash my face with cold water. The cold water makes me feel more awake. I look at myself in the mirror. I comb my hair with my hands. I walk to the kitchen. I make a cup of coffee. I like my coffee black and strong. While the coffee is ready, I prepare my breakfast. I eat 2 slices of bread with butter and jam. The jam is strawberry jam. It tastes sweet and delicious. I drink my coffee and eat my bread at the small table near the window. After breakfast, I check my phone for messages. I have 3 text messages from friends. I have 5 emails in my work inbox. I read them quickly. I answer the important ones. I put my phone down and finish my coffee. I take a shower. The warm water feels good on my skin. I use soap that smells like lavender. I wash my hair with shampoo. After the shower, I dry myself with a clean towel. I feel fresh and clean. I get dressed for work. I choose a blue shirt and dark pants. I put on my favorite watch. I pack my bag with my laptop, my notebook, and a pen. I take my keys from the table. I check that I have my wallet in my pocket. At 8 o'clock, I leave my apartment. I lock the door carefully. I walk down the stairs. I say good morning to my neighbor, Mrs. Johnson. She is watering her plants on the balcony. She smiles and says good morning back to me. I step outside. The morning air is cool and fresh. I walk to the bus stop. It is only 2 minutes from my apartment. I wait for the bus. While I wait, I look at my watch. The bus should arrive at 8:15. I see other people waiting too. There is a man reading a newspaper. There is a woman talking on her phone. The bus arrives exactly on time. The door opens with a soft sound. I get on the bus and say, "Good morning," to the driver. He is a friendly man with gray hair. He smiles and says good morning back to me. I pay my fare and find a seat near the window. I sit down and look outside. I see people walking to school. Children are carrying colorful backpacks. They look happy and excited. I see shop owners opening their stores. I see cars moving slowly in the morning traffic. The bus stops several times. More people get on. A young woman sits next to me. She is reading a book. The title of the book is Pride and Prejudice. I have read that book too. It is a very good book. After 20 minutes on the bus, I arrive at my stop. I stand up and walk to the front of the bus. I say, "Thank you," to the driver. He nods and smiles. I get off the bus. My office building is across the street. I wait for the traffic light to turn green. When it turns green, I cross the street carefully. I walk into my office building. I say hello to the security guard. His name is Robert. He has worked here for 10 years. I take the elevator to the 5th floor. When the elevator doors open, I step out and walk to my office. I arrive at my desk at 8:45. I turn on my computer and wait for it to start. While I wait, I organize the papers on my desk. I put my pen in the pen holder. I open my notebook to a clean page. My computer is ready. I type my password and log in. I open my email program. I have 12 new emails since yesterday. I read them one by one. Most of them are about work projects. I write a short message to my manager about today's plan. I send it and close my email. At 9 o'clock, I join a short meeting with my team. We meet in the conference room. There are 6 people in my team. We sit around a large table. My manager, Sarah, talks about our goals for this week. We discuss a new project for a client. Everyone shares their ideas. I suggest a solution for a problem we had yesterday. Sarah likes my idea. After the meeting, I return to my desk. I start working on a report. This report is important for our client. I need to finish it by Friday. I write carefully and check my work many times. I want the report to be perfect. At 10 o'clock, I take a short break. I go to the office kitchen and make another cup of coffee. I meet my colleague James in the kitchen. We talk about the weather. He tells me it might rain this afternoon. I should bring an umbrella when I leave the office. I return to my desk with my coffee. I continue working on the report. I add graphs and charts to make the information clear. I save my work every few minutes. I do not want to lose anything important. At 11:30, my phone rings. It is a client with questions about another project. I answer her questions patiently. I explain our process step by step. She understands and thanks me for my help. Good customer service is very important in my job. At 12:30, I save my work and close my computer. It is time for lunch. I am hungry. I take my wallet and leave my office. I tell my colleagues I will be back in 1 hour. I go to a small restaurant near the office. It is called Green Garden Restaurant. I eat there 3 times a week. The food is good and the prices are fair. I walk in and find an empty table near the window. A waitress comes to my table. Her name is Maria. She is always friendly and helpful. She gives me a menu. I look at the choices. Today I want something light and healthy. I order rice with grilled chicken and vegetables. I also ask for a glass of cold water. Maria writes my order on her notepad. She says, "Your food will be ready in 10 minutes." I say, "Thank you." While I wait, I check my phone. I have 2 text messages from my sister. She is asking about our weekend plans. I write back and tell her I am free on Saturday. Maria brings my food. It looks delicious. The chicken is golden brown. The vegetables are colorful and fresh. The rice is fluffy and white. I taste everything. It tastes as good as it looks. I eat slowly and enjoy every bite. After lunch, I pay the bill. I leave a small tip for Maria because she gave excellent service. I walk back to my office building. The sun is shining brightly now. I feel good after my healthy lunch. In the afternoon, I finish my report. I read it 3 times to check for mistakes. I correct a few small errors. When I am satisfied, I save the final version. I send it to my manager by email. I write a short message explaining what the report contains. 30 minutes later, Sarah replies to my email. She says the report looks excellent. She thanks me for my hard work. I feel proud and happy. I accomplished an important task today. At 5:30, I finish work for the day. I turn off my computer and organize my desk. I put important papers in my drawer. I lock my drawer with a small key. I pack my laptop in my bag. I say goodbye to my colleagues who are still working. I leave the office building. Instead of going straight home, I decide to go to the supermarket. I need to buy groceries for dinner and tomorrow's breakfast. The supermarket is only 5 minutes from my office. I enter the supermarket and take a shopping basket. The store is busy at this time of day. Many people are buying food for dinner. I walk to the fruit section first. I pick 4 red apples and 3 yellow bananas. The apples look fresh and crisp. The bananas are perfectly ripe. Next, I go to the bread section. I choose 1 loaf of whole wheat bread. It is soft when I touch it. This bread will be good for tomorrow's breakfast. I also pick up a small container of butter. I walk to the dairy section. I need milk for my morning coffee. I choose a 1-liter container of fresh milk. I check the expiration date to make sure it is fresh. The date is good for 1 week. At the cashier, I wait in line. There are 3 people in front of me. When it is my turn, I put my items on the counter. The cashier is a young man with a kind smile. He scans each item. He says, "Do you need a plastic bag?" I say, "Yes, please." The total cost is $12.50. I pay with cash. The cashier gives me my change and receipt. He puts my groceries in the bag. I say, "Thank you," and leave the store. I arrive home at 6:30. I unlock my apartment door and step inside. It feels good to be home after a long day at work. I put my bag on the chair and my keys on the small table near the door. I carry my groceries to the kitchen. I put the milk in the refrigerator. I place the apples and bananas in the fruit bowl on the counter. I put the bread and butter in the cupboard. Now I have everything I need for a nice dinner. I decide to prepare a simple but delicious dinner. I will cook pasta with tomato sauce. I fill a large pot with water and put it on the stove. I turn on the heat and wait for the water to boil. While I wait, I open a can of tomato sauce and pour it into a small pan. When the water starts to boil, I add the pasta. I stir it gently with a wooden spoon. I cook it for exactly 10 minutes, as the package instructions say. I add some salt and a little oil to make it taste better. I prepare the tomato sauce. I add some herbs and a little black pepper. I heat it slowly while the pasta cooks. The kitchen starts to smell wonderful. I love the smell of home-cooked food. When the pasta is ready, I drain the water carefully. I serve the pasta on my favorite blue plate. I pour the warm tomato sauce on top. I add some cheese and sit at my small dining table. While I eat, I watch a short video on my phone. It is a funny video about cats. It makes me laugh. After dinner, I wash the dishes in the sink. I use warm soapy water and a soft sponge. I wash the plate, the pot, the pan, and the spoon. I dry them with a clean towel and put them back in the cupboard. I like to keep my kitchen clean and organized. At 7:30, I call my friend Lisa on the phone. We talk for 10 minutes about our day. She tells me about her new job. I tell her about my successful report at work. She congratulates me and says she is proud of me. Good friends are very important in life. At 8 o'clock, I decide to go for a short walk outside. The evening air is pleasant and cool. I walk around my neighborhood for 20 minutes. I see children playing in the park. I see elderly couples walking their dogs. I see teenagers talking and laughing together. These simple scenes make me feel happy and peaceful. I return home at 8:30. I take a relaxing shower. The warm water helps me feel calm after the long day. I put on comfortable clothes for the evening. I make a cup of herbal tea. I choose chamomile tea because it helps me relax. I sit on my comfortable couch and read a book for 30 minutes. The book is about travel adventures in South America. I enjoy reading about different places and cultures. Reading helps me learn new words and ideas. At 10 o'clock, I feel tired. I brush my teeth again and wash my face. I put on my pajamas and get into bed. I set my alarm for 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. I turn off the lights and close my eyes. I think about the good things that happened today. I am grateful for my health, my job, my friends, and my comfortable home. I fall asleep peacefully. Great job! You just followed the story of a simple day in English. These daily actions are the foundation of natural conversation. Every sentence you heard contains useful vocabulary and grammar that English speakers use constantly. This story covered morning routines, work life, shopping, and evening activities. These are universal experiences that everyone can relate to. The phrases you learned can be used immediately in your own conversations about your daily life. Repeat this video as many times as you like. Each time you listen, you will understand more. Each time you repeat the sentences, your pronunciation will improve. Each time you practice, English will feel more natural and comfortable. Remember the key to fluency: practice a little every day. Consistency is more important than perfection. Do not worry about making mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. Be patient with yourself and celebrate your progress. Subscribe for more English practice videos and keep learning with us. Your English journey continues tomorrow. Good luck and keep practicing.